Alrighty guys, and welcome to Star Wars Review, and today is the start of a new series, the weekly Star Wars recap, and today I'm going to be recapping Star Wars Celebration, so it's going to be very long. So yeah, but how the series will work is, first off, I'll be talking about new Star Wars releases, what came out in the past week, and if I've, watched or read them, I'll give my opinion. If I haven't, then I won't say a thing. And sometimes if I'm like a novel, if I'm halfway through it, I'll give my opinions at that moment. But yeah. Anyways, all the new releases I actually read and watched this week, which first up is Age of Rebellion Princess Leia, issue 1, which I thought that was good. It was kind of connected to the Forces of Destiny short when it was released, I think a year or two or a year and a half ago or so, a year ago. I don't remember when, but where Leia gets the armor from Bosch, and the song takes place afterwards, and she saves Lando from bounty hunters like Bosk in it. So yeah, it was a good issue. I enjoyed it. And then there's Age of Rebellion Grand Moff Tarkin, which it was set in between Rogue One and A New Hope. So yeah, and it showed some stuff from Tarkin. No, there was the Tarkin novel. I only read it. I believe I only read like the first two chapters of it. I kind of couldn't get into it, so I just kind of then skipped it and you know pushed off to the side to get back to it another time. So I don't know if there's any tie-in stuff to that here, but they Tarkin tries to blow up another planet with the Death Star, and then you know, they abort because of someone not clicking switch or something. My memory is a bit vague right now of it, but and then he like I guess I'm trying to remember if he like figures out or not. I legitimately only read this a couple of days ago. I don't know why my memory is so vague right now, but yeah, and then he like beats up a dude. I believe he did it or something. For some reason, I can't remember right now, but I enjoyed this issue, but yeah, both of those were good. And then there was Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, R2D2, a pilot's best friend. I actually showed this on the live stream, but it's pretty much seen from New Hope during the Battle of Yavin, and you know whatnot. Showed some droids, showed some of the X-wing pilots like Biggs and did it show Porkins? I can't remember. I only watched it once during the live stream, so yeah, not too sure there, but I enjoyed all that. But let's jump into the new releases that are coming out this week, which that is Star Wars Master and Apprentice, which comes out today actually, Tuesday. No, I should actually say this. This show will be every Monday, not Tuesday. It's on today because of Star Wars Celebration, but next week it should be on Monday. But yeah, Master and Apprentice comes out. So yeah, I'm very excited. I will probably get the book this week. It's from Claudia Gray, who wrote Lost Stars, which I really, really like. Lost Stars. Um, it's probably one of my favorite Star Wars novels. Definitely in the canon right now. Obviously, I haven't read like a lot of them. A lot of novels, I'm just not a very good reader, so you know, kind of then accidentally put some books down and I don't return to them. But yeah, you know, Lost Stars. That was a book I read in like 2 days. Which, usually takes me like months to read a book, but yeah, I'm extremely, extremely excited for Master and Apprentice. Finally get some more pre-Phantom Menace stories, and one based around Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, which is exciting there. But then, two comics. There's TIE Fighter issue 1, comes out tomorrow on Wednesday, and then Age of Rebellion special 1, or issue 1, for the Age of Rebellion and Republic and probably Resistance. They put the number 1 on all of them. Like there's gonna be another one, but as of right now there isn't, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, the special, I believe it has a story from, I believe there's one from IG-88, which is interesting. I believe there's one from him. I could be wrong though, but then one with Biggs and Porkins, and then one with Master Yoda, which I'm extremely, extremely excited for. Another story with Yoda in it. Yoda, he's my favorite Star Wars character, so it's very exciting, and I'll probably have an appearance in Master and Apprentice also. But the TIE Fighter comic, it will be a tie-in to the Alphabet Squadron novel, which comes out in June, I believe. But yeah, anyways, let's get into the news part of the show, which I wrote a lot of stuff, so there's a lot of stuff here. I might glance, you know, over some of this. I might make separate videos on some of the topics, like the Clone Wars, Mandalorian, and Jedi Fallen Order, kind of doing some stuff there. But I'm just gonna kind of go over it a little bit. But starting off episode 9, full review for it and whatnot. The teaser trailer, which showed off, a bunch of stuff, like Rey jumping over like this TIE ship, land speeder thingy, and Lando and the Falcon, Rey hugging Leia, and a bunch of other cool shots, and then the main crew looking out into the ocean and seeing the debris from the Death Star. 1 or 2, don't know. But then you hear the Emperor's laugh, cackle, whatever you want to call it, and it plays the title shot, which reveals the title to be Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, pretty solid teaser. Not a big fan of revives. I talked down about it in a little bit of teaser trailer. I do have a breakdown of teaser coming out either today or tomorrow, which I talk about that some more there. So, but yeah, the title. I also talked about the title too. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah. Anyways, let's get into the Mandalorian, which new TV or well, it's not TV, but like series will be on Disney Plus. So yeah, but there wasn't a whole lot revealed to the live stream. If you actually went to Star Wars Celebration, they showed off footage there. I'm gonna be honest, I did watch the leaked footage, so I did see it. Yeah, it looked cool to me. There was one thing with it though. The actual character of the Mandalorian felt a bit. Character felt a little bit more. I don't know. Just something felt a little bit weird to me with it. But I'll see that it was on like 6 minutes, like 5-6 minutes of it, barely anything. So I don't really like to talk about it. But yeah, you can find that footage online somewhere. But you know, on the actual stream, talked about the characters a little bit. See, there's Pedro Pascal, who plays the Mandalorian. There's, I believe, 2 pictures of the Mandalorian. And then Gina Carano, who plays Cara Dune, who's a former Rebellion shock trooper. And there was a picture of her character also. But yeah. And then Carl Weathers' character, who he plays Grief Karga, who is the head of a bounty hunter guild, and he sends, or gives the Mandalorian this mission to do. So yeah, pictures for the. There's a picture of Carl Weathers' character. There were, stuff of Pedro Pascal and, well, not him, but the Mandalorian. He has a mask on. There's a couple pictures there, and like I said, Gina Carano's character. There was a picture of her too. So yeah, and then there was a picture of the logo. Which, yeah. One thing I did find interesting is that the logo does not have the words Star and Wars on it at all. Has no Star Wars mentioned in the title or the logo, which I found extremely surprising that they would do that. So yeah, the Mandalorian looks interesting, but the first episode may be the full series, but from what I'm hearing, it's just gonna be the first episode. Will come out on November 12th, which is the launch date for Disney Plus, which is what it will be airing on. So yeah, I'm excited for The Mandalorian. But then there was Jedi Fallen Order, and they showed some stuff, revealed the character, who is a former Padawan named Cal Kestis, and he will be played by and voiced by actor Cameron Monaghan, who stars in the TV show Gotham. I believe he plays that like Joker-looking character, but he's not Joker or something like that. I really don't know. But they also said the game is a single-player game. It's no multiplayer and no microtransactions, so that's good. And there's a trailer for the game showing mainly cinematics. Showed off Cal, showed off the second sister, is an Inquisitor, a member of the Inquisitors, I believe is what they call herself, something like that. And it showed off some Purge Troopers, which the second sister and the Purge Troopers originally appeared in Charles Soule's Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith comic. So yeah, and then there shut off Cal's droid named BD1, who is voiced in like sound for will be done by Ben Burtt, the legendary sound designer of Star Wars, the original trilogy, prequel trilogy, and The Force Awakens. So yeah, but not much. Well, there's something more, something a little teaser, but that's stuff that stood out to me. But didn't talk about gameplay too much, or didn't show any gameplay. Kind of talked about gameplay a little bit. Um, one thing they did say it definitely feels more realistic. So it's not like a overpowered hype. You know, it's not an overpowered like slashing down like fucking like tons and tons and tons of enemies at one moment, which makes sense because the character is a Padawan and the full his full potential hasn't like clicked yet. So yeah, also pretty cool if there's like progression system for like skills and whatnot. Like in an RPG, you get experience points, and then you can put them towards stuff. Kind of like the, I guess the new God of War game, what came out last year. Um, pretty much if they just do a game like that, you know, obviously a bit more, be a little bit more linear though. But yeah, and they also announced the release date, which is November 15th, 2019. Be available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And you'll be able to check out some gameplay of that on my channel when it comes out. But gameplay reveals should probably be around EA Play in June. So yeah. And then there's Clone Wars Season 7, which at the panel they showed off 3 new clips. Well, and they showed off 3 new clips, one from each arc, which will be taking up to 12 episodes. So we'll get 3 4-episode arcs in the Clone Wars Season 7 or 6. I don't know what they're calling it because in the live stream they called it like at the bottom corner. They said the panel was called Star Wars Clone Wars Season 6 Sneak Peek or whatever. So yeah, but first clip was from the Bad Batch arc, which you can actually watch right now because back in 2015, I believe it was, they released in all 4 episodes in their unfinished state. They're like fully completed, but it's just a rough, bad animation through the entirety of it. So you can watch that, and it sounded like there might be some changes to it. Maybe some storyline stuff just tweaked a little bit, but yeah. And the clip they showed was the Bad Batch, Rex, and I believe some other clones finding some battle droids and whatnot. But the next arc, which will be about Ahsoka going to level 1313 in Coruscant and meeting these 2 sisters, and then she ends up teaming up with. But the clip showed Ahsoka riding a speeder bike across Coruscant, and then going down one of those big hole thingies they show a lot, and then her speeder bike malfunctioning. I can't say that word for some reason. I want to say I actually remember seeing this clip in unfinished state before, so yeah. And then the final arc, the Siege of Mandalore, which is what everyone's looking forward to. It's the biggest thing from the season. Heck, I would have just accepted if they just released this 4-episode arc and nothing else. So, yeah. But the clip they showed was in an unfinished state, which is Ahsoka and Anakin talking to each other, and then meeting up with Rex and some of the other clones, and showing the clones, Rex and the clones show off helmets to Ahsoka, branded like her. The helmet was shown was the one was actually on the poster what they released when they announced Clone Wars was coming back last year. But then the trailer they showed was mostly action stuff, but or some interesting stuff like Anakin gives Ahsoka her lightsabers back. But now, instead of them being green, they are now blue, which I found that interesting. Don't really know how that works. How the time crystals change color. I don't get it, but I'll find out, I guess. But yeah, and then at the end of the trailer, they have a voice line from Maul, and then it shows a clip of Maul fighting Ahsoka. Which, one thing that makes it even cooler is that Dave Filoni said at the panel that Ray Park, who did the live action stunts and scenes for Darth Maul and The Phantom Menace, and he was also Darth Maul in Solo. Obviously, Ray Park doesn't do any voice lines, but he performed motion capture for that fight scene. So when you're watching that, it's actually Ray Park doing that scene and whatnot. It's not the animator, which I'd assume it would look a bit weird, but kind of be so different from everything else they showed, but fight scene wise in the Clone Wars. But yeah, that's it for that. No release date yet, but it seems like it's coming out after The Mandalorian, maybe even after The Rise of Skywalker. So yeah. But then there was a Resistance Season 2 panel. They really didn't show much for live streamer viewers and whatnot. In fact, on the live stream there was absolutely nothing about Season 2 really mentioned. They kind of just talked about Season 1. But they did show an episode, the first episode of Season 2, which if you want to, there probably is descriptions of it online somewhere, but I don't want to read that because I don't want to be spoiled. So yeah, I believe I saw a poster also, so yeah, there was a poster. I don't remember exactly what was it, but just definitely for a second season. But yeah, you can find all that stuff. But then there was Vader Immortal. Kind of just talked about it. Had some casting information and whatnot there. Gonna kind of up onto the next thing now. Start to skim over some of the stuff. Galaxy's Edge. There wasn't a whole lot announced, but there were some cool things like figuring Dan, the band that plays at the Mos Eisley Cantina in Star Wars: A New Hope, will be returning and have new music be played in the cantina, which you will find at Galaxy's Edge. Also, Frank Oz will return to voice Yoda in some form at Galaxy's Edge. Then also, Disney and Coca-Cola will be teaming up to have Coke products at Galaxy's Edge, but they do not break theme. So, it won't just be a normal bottle of Coke. It'll be, Star Wars looking, and the text will not be English. It'll actually be Arabic, the language what's most commonly used in the Star Wars universe. So yeah, I found that pretty cool. Obviously, that was kind of one of the big things they showed. Obviously, very much an ad, but for Coke and whatnot. But obviously, they're gonna have Coke in or some kind of real life beverage in a place like that. But yeah. One thing they also talked about what I found cool was in that the Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run attraction, the interior of it will change on how well you did during the ride. So, if you did excellent, you aced it all, you were better than Han Solo, the Falcon will stay exactly the same, won't look damaged at all. But, if you get a couple dings, you get dinged up a little bit, but you make it through, it'll look slightly damaged. But then if you straight up fail, it'll be very damaged. So, I found that pretty cool. But yeah. Anyways, let's jump into the next thing, which is some new comic and book info. There aren't really any new novel announcements. They did announce that there will be indeed a Journey to the Rise of Skywalker, or calling it Journey to Episode 9. I would assume they would change it to Journey to the Rise of Skywalker. Line of comics and novels. Then mainly, all the announcements on this side of Star Wars came from the Marvel panel, which they announced that Age of Rebellion writer Greg Pak and Poe Dameron issues 1 through 6 and 8 through 13 artist Phil Noto will be taking over for the main Star Wars comic line starting at issue 68, which comes out in July. Funny enough, this was already leaked by Amazon by straight up posting the volume and cover art, all the information, and the writer and artist, Greg Pak and Phil Noto, right there, all on Amazon. So that was nice. And some more details on some Age of Rebellion stuff, like the Boba Fett one, which writer Greg Pak said that Boba Fett will only say a total of 3 words in the issue. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited for that one, which that one comes out next month in May. But then there was some information on ones from the Age of Resistance comic, which is the Finn issue, which I will see Finn being a janitor on Starkiller Base during his time with the First Order. So, yeah, and that will come out in July. And then the Rey issue, which will feature a story set in between The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. So, during her journey to Luke, I guess her and Chewie have a pit stop. No release date on that one yet. So yeah, and then there'll be a Phasma issue, which wasn't much said on, and there'll be an action-packed issue, but that will come out in July. And then the special issue for Age of Resistance will feature stories based around BB-8, Maz, Kanata, and Admiral Holdo, which that comes out in July. And finally, for comics and his new comic mini-series, which is titled Target Vader, from Han Solo Imperial Cadet writer Robbie Thompson and Age of Rebellion artist Mark Lamming. He's doing the villain characters, so all the villain ones are drawn by him. And the story features Valance. He was originally from the Legends Marvel Star Wars comic run ran from the late 70s to mid 80s. But then he was reintroduced in the Han Solo Imperial Cadet comic. But the story is based around Valance, however you pronounce his name, hunting down Darth Vader. But yeah, and they said Valance or whatever his name is, will look a bit more like his Legends version than he did in the Imperial Cadet comic. But issue 1 comes out in July. But yeah, that's it for the Marvel stuff. Then there was another Lucasfilm Publishing panel, where writers Cavan Scott, who doing the upcoming Dooku Jedi Lost audio novel, Claudia Gray, Lost Stars, Master Apprentice, and whatnot, Charles Stoll, Darth Vader comic, Poe Dameron comic, all that, Justine Ireland, who did Lando's Luck, and Daniel Jose Older, who did Last Shot, doing this thingy project called, I believe it's called, why did I not write this down? It's called Luminous Project, I believe is what it's titled, but I guess it'll tell like one cohesive story, and worked on by these 5 writers, and will release in 2020. So yeah, don't know if it's just one novel or a series of novels and comics, but we'll probably find out sometime later this year or next year. I don't know. But maybe it's a Empire Strikes Back version of From a Certain Point of View, which I do hope we get next year. But yeah, just not really sure what it is right now. We really didn't reveal much. But yeah, then assuming we'll either get more information later this year or next. Probably next. But yeah, anyways, there was some news about the Cassian Andor series. It was actually announced before Star Wars Celebration, but now was that Alan Tudyk will be reprising his role as K2SO in the series, and he will be doing the performance capture stuff also. So it's gonna be all him, which is very, very exciting. And also they confirmed, this was already rumored, that Stephen Schiff, that's his name, who worked on the show The Americans, will be the showrunner and executive producer of the Cassian Andor series, but it will go into production this year and will come out in 2021 on Disney Plus. Kind of surprising that it'll be it's quite a long production, unless it comes out like January or February, like very early 2021. Then yeah, it's also it depends on when it goes in production and what kind of production. Who knows? But yeah. Anyways, let's get into some more random stuff. There was some Lego stuff announced, and a bit of a slip-up announcement, but there will be a new Lego set of the Tantive, I can't pronounce it, 4, which ship lays on at the beginning of A New Hope and end of Rogue One. it will be 1,768 pieces, so it'll probably be around $200, so maybe a bit more, but yeah, it'll be coming out next month on May the 4th, so yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like Legos. I have some solo sets of the Millennium Falcon and the ship they steal from um why can't I think of the planet name right now? Um the mud planet place where Han Solo is at during when he's in the Empire and meets, Chewie and um Beckett and whatnot, and the ship they take off on. But yeah, I like Legos, and yeah, but then on the Star Wars Show Live, Matthew Wood, who was the supervising sound editor at Skywalker Sound, and the voice of General Grievous. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's probably like the only voice. Kind of helps when you are as an employee at a Lucasfilm company, so it makes it easy to just voice a character. But he was talking about all the stuff they were working on, and he let it slip that one of the things is a Lego Star Wars video game, which has been rumored before, but I would assume it would be a episode 1 through 9 game, so something like Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. But yeah, I love the Lego Star Wars games. To be honest, probably, you know, not a very popular opinion maybe. I don't know, but they're probably my favorite Star Wars games. The Complete Saga, I'll probably just straight up say Lego Star Wars Complete Saga is my favorite Star Wars game. I, played those games a living death when I was younger, and I still really enjoy playing all of them. So it'll be cool to get some updated versions of those, and Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker in the Lego form too. But I assume they'll probably be releasing sometime next year. But then they also announced when and where the next Star Wars celebration will be, and it will be next year in 2020, which is surprising to me, and it will be at Anaheim, which, yeah, it's kind of shitty, but yeah, it's kind of sucky, but is what it is. Obviously, I'm, putting in Anaheim, so people go there, Star Wars Celebration, then go to Galaxy's Edge, and more money. But yeah, there's it for the news. I do have some upcoming content coming this week, like the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker teaser breakdown. That'll be going up. Did some reviews, like the Star Wars A New Hope review, Star Wars Clone Wars Cat and Mouse Season 2 Episode 16 review. I'm going to be doing the Clone Wars stuff in chronological order. They'll probably have some gameplay up of Star Wars Battlefront 2. I recorded some of the Capital Assault, whatever the new game mode is. Probably record another match of that and upload that. Maybe I'll do a let's play video on the story mode. Maybe that'll go up. The first volume of the main Star Wars comic, Skywalker Strikes. I'll have a review up for that. And maybe, just maybe, if I read it like really fast, Star Wars Master and Apprentice, however, maybe a review for that. If not, probably next week. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this week's weekly weekly Star Wars recap. I'll return next week on April 22nd. I'll be talking about Master and Apprentice, 2 new comics, maybe some news. Probably not any news. I'm doubtful there will be any news. There was a lot of stuff this week. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this. I've been Star Wars Review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.